It's us again, Simply Cynthz and LAHAT. Pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang tungkol sa business dahil si LAHAT, kilala ko siya na business-minded lady. And pag-uusapan namin yung paano siya nag-start mag-business, anong naging unang purchase niya, anong natutunan niya, anong advice na bibigay niya sa mga teenager na katulad natin, young at heart. Yun lang po, tutok lang po sa Simply Cynthz with LAHAT o LAHAT.
And Simply Cynthz. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching us again. So today we're going to share with you kung paano tayo makaka-accumulate ng properties in a short span of time. Well, for me, it took me a decade, 10 years, but within that 10 years, I've had 7 properties. That's not bad, don't you think so, sis? This is not my newest purchase, although I purchased this in October 2020. I have a new purchase which is just yesterday. It's land in Palawan. It's very close to El Nido Beach. Bebeladan. How did I start? Yun yung tanong mo sa akin, sis, kanina. Straightforward transactions all the time. Kasi when I started, I was 27 years old, but I was married. So it was a conjugal property with my previous husband. So within a short period of time, 10 years, we accumulated 27 properties. But there's 2 of us, syempre, so it was easier. But what I wanted to share to you is yung how I was able to accumulate 7 properties as a single mother. So kasi in 10 years ago, I was in the process of divorce. So I lost my job because I couldn't function properly. I was head of operations in finance before, and then during the divorce, I got depressed and I couldn't function anymore. So I couldn't do that job anymore. So I quit it. So I was unemployed for a while. And then at that time also, we were living in the Philippines kasi. So when I took the kids back here, wala pa talaga akong sarili kong bahay noon. Nakikitira ako sa mother ko na merong 1-bedroom flat. So I was really fortunate enough that I would say I was blessed. I would say I am blessed enough that I have my parents here. So they accommodated us in their flat. So there's my 4 kids, as you know, single mama ko, and I have 4 kids. And we were living sa sitting room nila. We were living in the sitting room of their 1-bedroom flat, sleeping on the carpet. I was unemployed and I was homeless with my children. 10 years ago, exactly January 2011. So that's exactly 10. I was on antidepressant pills at that time. But then I woke up one day and I thought, I have kids. I cannot go on like this. I have to stand up, be strong, and I have to do something. Otherwise, hindi lang ako yung magsasuffer. So I had to do something. I woke up and realizing na bakit ako magpapakalugmok sa ganung situation, di ba? So I started to look for a job. Kaya lang at that time, my brain wasn't really functioning well. I was depressed. I'm going through divorce, taking antidepressants. So my brain wasn't functioning well. So I thought ang makaya ko lang na gawin at that time was babysitting, cleaning, nannying job. So I'm emotionally and mentally drained. And that's the job that I thought na will help me heal. Kasi when you're physically active, nag-exercise ka, it releases good hormones para feel better ka, di ba? And also being with other people, especially children. I love children kasi. So I was babysitting and nannying. Being with them just gives me, it gave me joy talaga. So it really helped me. Tapos dinadala ko sila sa park. Yung environment na yon na nasa park kami, nakakapag, breath of fresh air. I felt healthier and everything. Hindi ka stress, kumbaga. Kasi kung depressed ka na, you don't need a stressful job. Yeah. So I couldn't. I'm not saying my job was stressful, but kasi yun, it was a demanding and challenging job. I could handle it, but not at that state of depression, not at that time. So it really helped me to get that job, and I really loved it. Wala naman yung mga prestigious na yan a job is a job, and especially caring for other people is a good job.
Yeah.
Like being a carer, nurse, it's a good job. It's a rewarding job. In fact, right now I am a carer, but before that, when I was investing in properties, I was HR and accounting head here in the UK, and then I became project director for this company, this developer. This is where I learned how to properly invest.
Oh, thank you for sharing your experiences, motivational experience na being a single mom, you have experienced those kind of challenges in life. You handle it very well. I'm really proud of you, sis. And especially, you're still lucky though. You have a supportive parents as well. You have a supporting brother. Yeah.
Yes.
And you know some people nga, if they have that kind of situation in their life, they can easily losing hope, and they have to keep in mind as well. I know you believe in God. We have to ask help in God. So that's the most important to everything we do. We have to ask help in God. So my second question is, when and how did you purchase your first property?
Okay. In 2011, dun yung time na divorce, di ba? So in 2011 also, that same year where I got divorced, and I work as a nanny and cleaner, part-time job, I decided to do something about my life because I got recovered na. Naka-recover na ako dun sa depression. I had to. I was on the pills for 3 months lang, and then I had to gradually stop it. Then I looked for a job, and I was so blessed to get this job with this developer in the Philippines. Do I need to mention it, sis?
I don't know if you're comfortable to mention it. Are you still with them or
not anymore? A lot of people in the Filipino communities here in London would associate me with this company. They would know kasi sa Barrio Fiesta, di ba? So this company has been very, very good to me. I really adore the owners of this company, and I'm so grateful for the chance that they gave me. And I've learned so much about investing. So that was in 2011. I worked for them. And in 2012, I bought my first condo from them. And they gave me a really good discount and payment scheme. So I was able to do that. Plus also, meron akong mga multiple streams of income at that time. Plus I had the chance na every time I help somebody, a marketing consultant, to close a sale, they would give me commission. So I earned commission. Yeah. So if you're in a real estate kasi, there's a really good opportunity to earn money there. A lot actually. So I was just helping at first without expecting anything in return. But then they offered me, these agents offered me, give me 1%, ganon. It's not a lot, pero it accumulated kasi. So in the end, it's like parang naka 2 million yata ako. Wow. Plus the discount on that property alone. So parang, I would say kung 2.5 yung property, so parang 500 na lang yung dagdag, di ba? So it was more than that, pero na-discount kasi. So that was my first property, a condo. And then after that, I bought another one in 2014. It's in Makati naman, same developer then. Then again in 2017, same developer, another condo. Kasi ganito yun, no? If you're going to buy a condominium and you're going to rent it out afterwards, then you can buy another one. Tapos yung rent ng isa, that one you can use to pay for the repayment of the other one. Plus also, if you have multiple streams of income, like for example, ako, mahilig ako sa sideline, di ba? Meron ako mga iba-ibang sources of income. Like for example, now, meron ako nito.
Yeah.
I was formulating them myself. Ginagawa ko yon sarili ko. And then, nung sobra nang yung dumadami yung orders, ang ginawa ko, nagpagawa na ako sa laboratory. Tapos, mas maganda pa ngayon kasi proper siya, hygienic siya. Tapos, laboratory talaga siya, FDA approved. Kaya mas okay. So, yun yung ginagamit ko din ngayon for my... Going back to the property, so by 2017, I already had 3 condos. 2019, nag-turn over din yung commercial property namin. So 4 na siya. Pero this one, I have partners. And then 2019 din pala, meron ako isa pa sa Cubao. 2 bedrooms naman na condo yon. So panlima na yon. Ito yung 6, itong bahay dito sa UK.
Your mortgage in UK?
Tapos yung kabibili ko lang kahapon. yung sa
Yeah.
Palawan. So from 2011 to 2021, exactly January ako nung na homeless ako January 2011, di ba? Now
Good.
January 2021, yun na yung accumulation ko.
Like my third questions is, what are your advice and what are your secrets, sis? How did you purchase these 7 properties in 10 months, or 10 years rather?
For some people, this might sound unbelievable, but I really do believe that God always provides for everything. Nothing is impossible. So that is one of my secret, is just always believing in God. My faith is so big. I know that He's never going to forsake us or abandon us. He will provide everything we need, everything we want. It's even in the Bible, di ba? Nakalagay naman yun. You delight yourself in the Lord and He will give you the desires of your heart. Second is, set a goal. Set a goal, something realistic goal, and work on it. Work on that goal. Some people might say, "Na it's too good to be true to set a goal and work on it," but it's difficult because of some circumstances. You know, life is what we make it. That's what I believe in. Some people do not have the same opportunity siguro, pero kasi minsan when you say something like, "Oh, I can't afford it, I can't," the word "I can't" is very negative. Already you're attracting negativity. Already you're attracting that things will not happen. I always believe that words are very important. That's why I advise people to do positive affirmations. You just say "I can" all the time. Even if you know that it's probably not going to happen very, very soon, but it will happen. Just keep on believing in yourself. So set a goal. But of course, setting a goal is not enough if you're not going to put that into action. So what I'm saying is, when you have to have a job. Obviously, you have to have some source of income. It's impossible to set a goal and not have a job. So you have to have a source of income. Plus, you have to have that discipline as well to manage your money. If you've heard of poverty mindset, if you do that, research that on Google, don't practice poverty mindset. But I'm not saying maggagastos ka or just spend money unwisely, no? Spend your money as if maraming dadating. Spend it. Huwag yung sobrang ganon. Alam mo yun, kasi the more you close your hand like this, the blessing will not come. So wag tayong ganon. But at the same time, kahit na bukas yung palad natin, we are frugal. Ako kasi, I'm very frugal. I'm very careful with what I spend my money on. I don't spend money on designer stuff. But I don't have anything against designer stuff kasi I love designer stuff. But for example, if you have 1,000 pounds bag, for me, I don't see, if I cannot justify, for example, if I'm going to put that in the cupboard and I won't use it, then I won't be able to justify its value. For me, the cost is not the same as the value. It can be 2,000, but it's valuable because you use it every day. So that has got a value. But it can be 200 lang, pero nasa cupboard lang, that's not valuable. For me, it's like that. So that's how I think. I'm frugal, I'm careful with my money. I have multiple streams of income. Kahit konting-konti lang yung income. Say for example, if somebody offers you to do a little bit of job for them, but you're only going to earn 50 pounds for that whole day, wala ka namang gagawin. You have not anything else to do. So what are you gonna do? Parang ang liit lang kasi, di ba? 50. Sa ngayon, parang ako naliliitan. Pero at that time, if I get offered something, kahit 20 pounds lang, I'd take it. I would take anything. Kahit pa sabihin mo siyang 10 pounds lang siya. Yung, the slogan of this supermarket chain, is it Asda or Tesco? Every little helps. I follow that. I follow that. Every little helps. So if you have multiple streams of income, every little helps. It will accumulate. Then, so that's that's my third secret, no. Then the fourth is you invest your money wisely. Don't put it in all the basket, but don't put it in the bank. Kasi if it's in the bank, it's so easy to just have a look at it and say, wow, I have loads of money I can spend. Now I can go on holiday. No. You have to invest it in properties or somewhere na kikita siya. For me, I chose property because at that time I didn't have a lot of money, sis. I can only afford pre-selling. I can only afford hulugan, I could only afford installment. So I actually forced myself to have something to pay for every month. I had to give myself an obligation to have something to pay for every month. So for example, if my condo is like 200 pounds a month, I wouldn't go to a restaurant. I wouldn't go to Starbucks or anything because every little helps. Starbucks is like £3, you know. So I just put it aside and I pay the condo, not 200. If my repayment is 200, I pay 500.
Yeah.
So that, kasi interest free siya. While it's pre-selling, it's interest free. By the time it's turned over now, you have to loan whatever is remaining, and that one has got interest. So you want to minimize that lump sum as much as you can. So you pay for the interest free as much as you can so that by the time the turnover balance na yung babayaran mo, it's not a lot. So that means you don't pay so much interest. So pre-selling, force yourself to have an obligation to pay for something if you know that your job is sustainable for the next, 5 years or so. So if you're going to take a risk, take calculated risk.
What would you like to change 10 years ago? And what would you like to have more in 10 years forward?
Let's go with regrets muna. And this is a warning for everybody. This is a warning, okay? I had 7 properties na I have only 6. Kasi I sold one of them and I invested it. One thing that if I can go back in time that I wouldn't do is to be very trustworthy sa lahat ng mga tao. No? We have to choose who we trust.
Yes.
It's good to be trusting, but we have to choose who we trust. Because what happened was that I'm supposed to have 7 properties now, but I only have 6 because I sold one, and the money that I earned from that property, the capital and the profit, I invested it in a lending company. And unfortunately, because I wasn't there sa para mag-manage ng business. I'm here and my money is there. Unfortunately, I did something. I don't want to elaborate it anymore. But these people in this company just embezzled my money and other investors' money as well, and we lost our money. I lost 5 million. Be careful, everyone. If you're going to, especially if you live abroad and you want to invest your money in the Philippines and it's a business, not even just in the Philippines, anywhere in the world. If you're not there to oversee the business, I don't think it's a good idea unless it's a property. If you want to buy a property there and it's a reputable developer, then yeah, go for it. But if it's a business and you're going to invest your money in a business and you're not there, I wouldn't recommend it, sis. Tapos sis, yung fourth secret is do not be scared to give back. Always give back. Kasi we have been blessed, so give back. What I mean is that if somebody is asking for help and you have the capacity to help, why not? Because it says in the Bible, diba? If you have it, don't withhold it. You can research it. It is in the Bible. And it also says there, do not be weary in doing good. So always give back, because whatever it is that you give to other people, to help them without expecting anything in return, God will give it to you 100 folds.
Yes.
And we don't want to teach people to be tamad. We don't want to teach people to be idle. We don't want to be the reason why they are not fishing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, aanayin mo din. You also have to analyze kung paano yung situation. Timplahin mo rin yung situation kung dapat bang tulungan o hindi. Is it a matter of life and death or what? Ganon, sis. But if it's something like they just want to buy something na hindi naman importante.
If I have way to help, I will help. There's any way to help, you can still say no, isn't it? Yeah. And anyway, sis, thank you so much. Is there anything that we haven't tackled or anything that we miss?
To discuss about the strategies in purchasing properties. Say, for example, what's good to purchase, what's not, pre-selling, interest rates, and stuff like that. That's very logistic na yun eh. So we can discuss that on a more one-on-one or personal level. I mean, I don't really mind giving people financial advice, and I have done that in the past, and I don't charge anything for that naman. And I have done it. I don't mind at all. it's a way of
Yeah.
helping other people as well.
Mm.
Yeah, say for example, there was one mother, single mom, and she wanted very much to buy a property, and at that time it was pre-selling, so it was really a good deal. What is good about pre-selling is that you are buying, you're not say for example you want to save money, 5 million for example, because in 5 years time you want to buy a property. Okay, by the time you save your 5 million, that property you wanted to buy is no longer 5 million. That would have been doubled already. 10 million na siya. So that's the reason why I buy pre-selling, kasi I want to buy it on that yung amount niya on that specific period of time. And then huhulugan ko siya. So pagdating ng 5 years time, nabuo ko na yung 5 million, nabayaran ko na siya sa halaga na 5 million, hindi 10 million. You know what I mean? Imbis na mag-ipon ako, yun ang ginagawa ko eh. Kasi hindi rin ako makakaipon. Hindi ako magaling mag-ipon. So, pagdating sa mga how to do these things, financial advice na to eh. So, going back to this single mom that I helped buy a property. So, she came to me and she said, I can't kasi my daughter is gonna go to university and I'm trying to save up for her university because we don't want her to go into debt sa loan. So I told her ganito, you're saving money for your daughter's education, but do you know that if she take this loan, the interest is very minimal, first of all. Second, they won't charge her anything until she's earning mga 25,000 a year. And also, that will be after some time pa, 5 years from now, 4 years from now. By the time, baka na-save nyo na din yon, yung pera na yon, so you can pay for it na. So, why don't you use the money you have now? Buy a property. And then, if you don't want it after 5 years time, sell it. Yeah. Kasi mura mo siyang nakuha, tapos bibenta mo siya, kumita ka na. Then by the time, if you want to use it for your daughter's education, half na lang yung gagastusin mo for the education, half pera mo na. Rather than lahat yun ibayad mo sa university fees niya. So that's just one of those things na pwedeng gawin. May mga styles, maraming mga styles para makakumita ng using other people's money as well, not just your own money. Kasi ako hindi naman ako nagkaroon ever ng sarili kong pera eh. It's either naguhulog ako or gumagamit ako ng pera ng iba. Say for example, if may bank loan na ang baba-baba ng interest, for example, di ba there was a time here na parang nasa 1% lang yung interest?
Yeah.
Compared to 13% or 9% in the Philippines. This was 1%. That's very minimal. So I took that loan. This is the reason why I'm always able to buy properties in the Philippines na wala akong mortgage doon. Lahat yon cash kung binili. Kasi dito ako naglo-loan, personal loan dito. You have to just find a good bank na magpapahiram sa'yo ng very minimal. And nowadays, mura talaga yon. Even the mortgage of this house, ang liit ng interest. So that's one strategy, sis. Another advice that I can give you is this. You are interested to purchase one property. It's a developer, no? For example, this Palawan property that I saw. Because I'm always on the lookout for bargain. Not really bargain, but value, value for money. And when you find one, share it to other people. Kasi parang yung research mo, a lot of people will benefit. So you're helping other people then. At the same time, if you talk to the developer as well, you ask for commission.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really, that helps eh. So let's say, for example, that this property, this is the Palawan, is very, very inexpensive. Sobrang mura siya, no? But I won't get a lot of referral dito. Napakaliit lang. I would say mga 35 pounds per sale. Pounds is 35 pounds. That's like grocery for me. Diba?
Yeah.
So every little helps it. So like for example, for today alone, I made 4 sales. So 35 is already what? 140?
Yeah, 140.
Diba? Not bad. And I'm very transparent with the people I help anyway. I would tell them, like for example, when you bought that condo and I asked for referral, but I told you, di ba, na I will not take that referral. They deduct it
Yeah. So, yeah.
sa ano mo, sa payment mo. But with these people, 35 pounds is not gonna hurt them, their pocket. So I would take it.
Yeah,
I
of
would
course.
take it, definitely. It's not a lot. It's not a lot, and it will, ano din, it will help me with my transport and everything, my mobilization and everything. That I still do passes
Yeah.
is that, you know, God's promises in the Bible. I would quote that. I would say, God, Lord, you promised this to me. Say, for example, Jeremiah 29:11. I said, Lord, you promised me that um, the thoughts that you have for me, and that is to prosper me, not to harm me. It says there. So just quote the God's promises on the Bible. Pati yung delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. That as well.
Thank you again for joining my talk show. And 10 years back, you're living in your mom's lounge, you don't have even one property, and you have these 4 kids, just came or just suffering that time of divorce, and then you are depressed and you don't know what to do, and now you're happy, have someone. We can tackle that soon. And yeah, isn't it? I can see that, and you know, everything what we do, everything what we have, everything what we plan, there is always God helping us. And thank you so much, sis. And subscribe, please. Love Heart and Simply Cynthz.
Thank you so
much.
much.
Guys.
Guys, bye.